City Chiefs OTAs are officially underway. Meanwhile, the offseason for the Chiefs has not been the disaster that multiple media outlets have reported. In fact, it's far from it. I'm Daniel Booth here with your Chiefs news of the day. If you are new to this channel, we talk Kansas City Chiefs each and every single day. And if you are like me, you love talking shop about the Chiefs with your buddies, like and subscribe to the channel and join in the conversation in the comments sections below. So obviously the big news of the day, OTAs are here. It's Monday, May 20th, and I was overjoyed today to hear that Rashee Rice came to OTAs. And this is really important for a number of reasons. But first, according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport, wide receiver Rice showed up for the Chiefs OTAs on Monday. That's based on a source familiar with the situation. Now, remember, if you have been living under a rock, Rice has faced some controversy, to put it lightly, as he heads into his second season in early April. He turned himself into authorities on charges of aggravated assault after allegedly being involved in a crash with multiple vehicles and multiple victims on a Dallas highway while driving a speeding Lamborghini, and then he hit and ran. He fled the scene. And then in May, there were also reports that he was suspected of punching a photographer in a Dallas nightclub at like 3 a.m. on Sunday. Now, no charges have been filed there yet, but it still was just sort of this indication of like, is this a Tyreek Hill, or is this a Kareem Hunt situation all over again? It's just never good to get that kind of news during the offseason. Now, however, though, that the OTAs have begun, the 24-year-old Rashee Rice is back with the team and was in practice today. While Rice is suspected to the NFL's personal conduct policy, he's subject to that and could potentially face suspension. He's currently with his teammates. And listen, everyone, I kind of don't care how you spend this. This is really huge that Rashee Rice showed up for OTAs. Again, OTAs are not mandatory, and Rice, I think, here showing up. It shows a lot of maturity. Speaking purely hypothetically, he has to have been extremely nervous walking into that locker room. He had to have felt embarrassed. He had to have known that at least some of the players in that locker room, some of the coaches in that locker room, were mad or annoyed at the distraction he had caused. And look, that takes some marbles to face the music and face the coaches and staff, who all undoubtedly have strong opinions about his actions. So the fact that he showed up and sucked it up, swallowed his pride, I think that hopefully demonstrates his desire to make things right, to mature, and to get his act together. My biggest hope is that news breaks in the next couple of days and we learn that he addressed the locker room and apologized to everyone. Because listen, we need him. Now let's look at some of the data here. It says last season, Rice had 938 yards and 7 touchdowns on 79 catches in 16 regular season games as a rookie. Those numbers are spectacular, and he's only going to go up from here in his second year. Despite the fact, though, that the Chiefs signed free agent Hollywood Brown and we signed Xavier Worthy, we know that he broke the record for the fastest 40 in the history of the NFL Combine. Whatever suspension the NFL throws at Rashee Rice is, it's going to hurt because here's the deal. We are just simply better with him on the field. What do you think about the whole situation? What do you think about OTAs? What do you want to see in the next few days at OTAs? And what do you think about Rice showing up? Because clearly we have seen in the past that sometimes players, whether it be they're under a contract or advice from their agent, they don't show up. And so Rice showing up today and facing the music, I think, was a big boy move, was a professional move. Now, speaking of Rashee Rice, the greatest thing about this offseason I have found is that despite the media reports, just type in Kansas City Chiefs into Google and look at all the articles that say Chiefs are blowing it. There's no way we're going to three-peat at this point. Everything hangs in the balance. It's been a disastrous, horrible. Kansas City Chiefs should be embarrassed. They should be ashamed of themselves. Let's all settle down. Now, the greatest news that I saw today was that coming out of Arrowhead Report. They do such great news, but Pro Football Focus, awarding offseason moves in the NFL to the Chiefs, they get an A. They get an A for everything that they have done here in the offseason, and here is why. Despite all the distractions and seemingly into this offseason bad press, they got the A because of their offseason strategy and moves. Now, as part of Pro Football Focus's analysis, and despite losing some free agents the Chiefs missed out in recent weeks, Pro Football Focus underscores a critical aspect of often overlooked in the NFL and offseason moves, and that is the importance of retaining top talent. And the Chiefs crushed it in this area by re-signing free agent Chris Jones, who nobody thought was going to be back, and extending Travis Kelce's contract, which I didn't think he was going to be back with Taylor Swift. I thought, third Super Bowl, I'm done. My brother Jason just retired. I'm done. I'm going to go live in Paris and London and wherever and be a globetrotter and follow Taylor Swift around with a little umbrella above her head. But I truly thought that Travis Kelce was done after last season. But he's back. Chris Jones is back. And so we all know that all of this distractions of the offseason are going to go away the moment real training camp starts. And the moment, as I said, I think in yesterday or the day before's video, the moment number 15, it takes the field. And all of this goes away. The offseason has not been that bad. It has not been that disastrous as Pro Football Focus indicates. We've actually crushed it. And we are just on pace for our third Super Bowl in a row, fourth Super Bowl championship, and fifth Super Bowl appearance. I mean, can you believe the world that we live in? I have dreamt of this my whole life, and now that it's here, are you like me? You still can't believe it? It still sort of feels like a dream. Sometimes dreams come true. And I'm encouraged by Pro Football Focus, and I'm encouraged by Rashee Rice showing up to OTAs and being a man and taking a tough look in the mirror. What do you think? Let me know in the comment sections below. As always, thanks everyone for the support. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for watching. Have a safe and wonderful night. As always, let's go Chiefs.